All right, welcome to the Startup Sac podcast, where we do interviews with Sacramento startup founders and entrepreneurs. Today I'm with Cinde Dolphin, who is the founder of KILI Carrier.
Yep.
And we are at Outlet Coworking, so shout out to Outlet. First of all, welcome to the show, Cinde. Why don't we start off having you tell us about your background, who you are, and about your startup.
Okay, so I am the CEO and founder of KILI Medical Drain Carrier. It's a product that was developed out of a need that I actually have. I've been under many surgeries and surgical procedures that required surgical drains, which really quickly it's a bulb that's attached to the body using a drain tube that siphons away fluids from the surgical area that prevent the area from becoming infected or increase that chance of complications. So it's just worn for about 3 weeks, but it's very essential in the recovery of a patient. So having surgeries that I had to deal with these drains, and each time, I think there were 9 surgeries, I was given a safety pin after my surgery and told to manage the drain that way. It really seemed like a very ineffective way. And so this last time I decided to create a tool that would help patients manage those drains. And it's now become a part of protocol for a number of hospitals, and it's actually improving recovery for patients.
So it came out of a personal problem, a pain point that you have. What was the process of developing that?
So it was kind of interesting. Funny story. It came. The prototype came from a dollar store item. It was these fine laundry bags you can find at dollar stores, and I cut and pasted and sewed different versions of it, and then I was fortunate that I had a surgeon that would allow me to test it with patients, and came up with a version that worked very well for the patient. And then I went to Alibaba and found a manufacturer in China that makes those laundry bags, and worked with them to develop the final version, which is very, very adept at helping patients. I've gotten tremendous feedback from it.
So when you first had the idea, did it occur to you this was going to be, you were going to start up a company and make this, or was it just you had an idea for your own use? And how did that idea that this could be a business come up?
Good question. So at the time I was in a co-working space talking to other startups. It didn't occur to me that this could be a business, but as I was talking to them, I found that there was like a lot of essentials that I would need to develop in order to make this product viable. And I attended this great event called Startup Weekend, and it was the women's edition, and I was able to surround myself with a team of people that were really excited about the product and provided a lot of very helpful information, empowered me, gave the idea a lot more legs to walk on. And so I have to say the startup community in Sacramento was instrumental in getting me to move from just a product to a startup.
When was that? Was that like, I think, November of 2014 or something like that?
2015.
Okay.
I think. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So shout out to Startup Weekend.
Yeah, a big shout out. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, good people.
So basically the business aspect of it started there. What's been the process between then and now as far as developing the product and the business?
So a big part of it, and most people don't realize this, if you're going to build a startup, is the infrastructure of your company. And so I was very fortunate, went to the SBA, Small Business Administration, and SBDC, Small Business Development Center, to help me with the infrastructure. I really needed to figure out not only a business plan, but financial projections and logistics and fulfillment. And all of that I had no experience with, but fortunately there are many advisors that are free and willing to help you and guide you in the right direction. So once I determined I was going to build a company, I needed to have help in getting all the appropriate ingredients together to make it available and then manufacture and distribute the product.
So those are resources that are available right here at Sacramento, SBA, Small Business Administration, and Small Business Development Center, which is ideally downtown, just off of Capitol, isn't it?
Yeah, and they've been very helpful in securing a loan. I did not even think about getting a business loan, and through their counsel and advice, I got a small business loan at a very fair rate, and that has given me a tremendous boost in order to buy inventory, get salespeople to help. So I can't say enough about the assistance provided by those organizations.
And not only that, but you recently won an award from the SBA.
Yeah, it worked out really nice. The SBA regional office here in Sacramento gave our business a Startup of the Year award.
Awesome.
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
So, what was that experience like, and how has it helped you get more visibility in the community?
Yeah, it's really helped that. Well, one, it's brought more people to my product because people hear about it through the SBA and then they want to know about it. They have a friend or someone that is in the medical profession that wants to know more about it. But it's also given me an opportunity and a platform to talk to other startups. So they've given me the opportunity to make some workshops available to people who are also in the beginning stages of their startup. So it's really worked well for both of us. They're helping me, and I hope that I can help with some of the people that are coming to them for assistance.
So that was a pretty big win. All startups need big wins to look back on when the times get tough. What are some other big wins that you've had?
Another is that we recently received recognition from Guidewell Innovation and the American Cancer Society. They had a cancer challenge. They were looking for products that were going to help patients during their cancer diagnosis, and they awarded us Best Existing Idea. I actually collaborated with a surgeon and built this entry off of my product, as well as the product he has is a phone app that allows patients to log the fluid that's collected in their medical drains. So the combination of the two of us, I think, really put us in the forefront and helped us win that award. So as part of that, I have to say finding alliance partners is really good. You may have a really great idea, but find another product that is a non-competitive product that you can team up with.
Complementary?
Yes, exactly. A complementary product that would help you take it to the next level.
Good. So those are some of the key wins. The reverse side of the coin, I mean, startup world is an up and down roller coaster. What are some of the biggest challenges you've had to face, and what's been key to overcoming those?
The trough of sorrow. There were days where I just thought this isn't going to be a viable product, and there is not going to be enough demand, and maybe I need to reconsider if this is a direction I want to go. But I have to say, having just a small win in some area that I thought was not going to work for me made it enough that I could keep going on. An example is that there was a hospital I really wanted to have our product available in, and I contacted them 19 months ago, and I got no after no after no, but I wouldn't give up, and I wasn't bugging them, but I would just remind them it was a product that not only their nurses, but their surgeons had requested, and we just got a purchase order yesterday from that hospital. So the 19 months of sorrow was worth it yesterday when we got that purchase order.
Awesome, that's really good.
Thanks.
So that persistence paid off. What other kinds of tips or advice do you have for, besides persistence, to start up business?
Yeah, look for advisors that will help you get through some challenging things that you think you may know all about. For instance, I was in the marketing field for 20 plus years. I thought I knew everything about marketing, but fortunately the SBDC had a marketing advisor that raised some opportunities I hadn't even thought about. So always look for other professionals or advisors that can bring something new to the table. You can't possibly know everything, and through a lot of organizations you can come in contact with advisors that will help you.
Don't go it alone, get help.
Yeah, get help. And form a team. You know, I was kind of lamenting the other day that my founding team is one person, and it was brought to my attention that no, my founding team is like 12 people large, because so many people have been instrumental in giving me advice. So I no longer say that I'm a solo founder. I'm a co-founder with a huge team.
Awesome. So What's next? Where are you at now as far as the business goes, revenue generation, and what's coming up for KILI Carrier in the near term?
Okay, so we haven't had a tremendous revenue stream yet, but we're on the very edge of it actually escalating very quickly, I believe. We have found a medical supply distributor that distributes in all hospitals across the United States. So we believe that by working with them and working with their sales force, we can now create awareness for this product nationwide. Up until recently, we've been mostly a regional product. We had the University of Chicago Medical Center as a customer, but that's really the only one outside the Sacramento region. Now, with us being distributed through a national medical supply company, I believe there's going to be many doors that are going to open. So our next steps include education of nurses, doctors throughout hospital network, that this is now available. It makes sense for their patients, and it makes sense for them. It actually makes medical professionals more efficient in their job.
So what was that like getting that supplier on board to work with them? Was that, for other people out there who may be in similar situations, finding a supplier to distribute nationally, how do you go about doing that?
Yeah, initially I was able to make contact through the receiving department of one of my current customers. They recommended going to this distributor, and they had a few contact names, and I tried those and got no results. So I went on LinkedIn and I looked for anybody that was in the Sacramento region that worked for that distributor, made a cold call on that person, and that was the call that made the difference that brought us on board.
All right, so some guerrilla investigation.
Yeah. Yeah. Stalking.
So we're in Sacramento. You're a big part of the Sacramento startup community, not only as a founder, but you've been an organizer of startup weekends here. You're at a lot of events. What are your thoughts on the Sacramento startup scene?
Pretty excited. There are some great ideas that are just bubbling to the surface. And I obviously am excited about ones that are in the biomedical field that are really starting to take off. I think with us having UC Davis right here, it gives so much opportunity to Sacramento to be the hub for a lot of development in the medical, biomedical, healthcare field. So I see plenty of opportunities, and I see people who think they may not have an idea that could be a success, dismissing it too soon. So I really encourage people, if you think you might have something, at least come to a startup weekend or come to one of our social events through the startup community and talk about it and get feedback from people who are in startups.
How have you seen it change over the last couple of years? A lot of people say that we're really starting to take off. You've been in it for a while. What's different now versus 2 years ago?
I think the infusion of the Bay Area, people from the Bay Area coming here and bringing muscle and money and leadership. So I think, we were doing well as just Sacramento, but now that we've seen many people from that Silicon Valley Bay Area coming here to help us, it just emboldens us, it empowers us so much more.
Good. So any last thoughts or shout outs to anybody out there? Well, first of all, how do we find your product? How do we find you on?
Oh, thanks for asking. So we're available to an individual who would like to purchase one through our website, which is medicaldraincarrier.com. And you can also find all the information about how it was developed and why it answers such an important part of a patient's recovery. And what was the other question?
Other social media, or I'll have a link to this on the website when we do a blog post about that, but basically how they find you. So Medical Drain Carrier.
Right, we're on Twitter with at KILI Carrier. Okay. And we have a Facebook page, KILI Carrier. Okay. So find us there.
All right. Great. Any last thoughts or anything you'd like to share?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out again to the startup community, SBDC, SBA. There are so many good resources for individuals or teams of people that are looking to take their idea to the next level. So I want to thank this entire community within the startup area for helping me get started and giving me the opportunity to help others.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time, and best of luck.
All right, thanks.